All right, so you've told us about sensory differences. You've told us about some cognitive differences. How about emotional differences? Are there emotional differences too?
I believe there are. And one emotional difference, I believe, is that perhaps people on the autism spectrum, and myself as well, may feel emotions and other people's emotions even more intensely than most other people. And what happens is, one of the differences is that we tend to fuse to other people's emotions.
For example,
For example, I'm at home with my wife and I'm feeling agitated or anxious. And what I've learned is that if I have a feeling that's inconsistent with the environment or what's going on, I need to actually ask her, are you feeling agitated or anxious about something? And very often I'll find out that she is. And once I find out that she's feeling that way, I can immediately have feeling for her, feel anxious for her, because she may be undergoing some stress. But I know that the feeling doesn't come from within me.
when you say feeling for her, that's called compassion. Have you always been compassionate?
I think I have. When I was younger, or I should say as a child, I felt that I was pretty good at sensing how other people feel. And that runs contrary to a very common myth about Asperger's syndrome.
A myth. Let me turn to you, Rob. That is the myth that children on the spectrum don't feel compassion for others. They're not capable of being other-oriented. Is that a myth or is that true?
I think it's a little of both. I think people on the spectrum don't feel it necessarily in sync with everybody else, but they feel and sense what's going on around them. They have compassion for their parents, their siblings, their classmates. I see it and hear it every day in my practice, and it's a very intense feeling. But often other people who are sort of on a different operating system don't pick it up, don't realize that's what it is.
And I would imagine expressing this compassion is another one of the differences.
I think Stephen really hit on that. Often it comes out as anxiety. And then when you dig a little deeper, it's the way Stephen just explained so well. He's picking up something, it comes out as anxiety, but if you look at it, what is it? You have to look at it and find out what it means. So a lot of the behaviors we see in kids and teens and adults with autism seem anxious, seem agitated, but there's always something inside it. It's always a reaction or a sensing of what's going on. But people make assumptions that aren't necessarily true.